Vielleicht kann mich der Tonmann noch einmal aufmachen. Hallo, alle, die hier sind. Wenn ihr Deutsch sprecht, super. Everybody who's from international waters almost, welcome to Vienna. I actually acted a little prematurely. You don't have to be quiet right now. You can just sit down and relax. You have 4 more minutes, and I'm going to give you a heads up just before the show starts, so everybody relax. Including me, exactly. Like, I'm telling this to myself, the same amount I'm telling it to you. But I believe we're still missing a very important person, so at the moment we'll just chill and see what happens. Huh? We'll see. So everybody recheck their mobile phones and please stay seated so the camera can pick up the stage. And we're going to be live on television as well. Good afternoon and welcome to Vienna. I am Caroline Ratzopanik and I have the pleasure of sending out greetings from the Viennese town hall, the Rathaus, to all of you. We are headed into a very special summer concerning beach volleyball, and today we're going to find out the countdown and the drawing of the lots for the A1 EuroBeachVolley 2021 presented by Swatch. I'm happy to have you. From the 11th to the 15th of August, Austria is once more going to be the capital of European beach volleyball. This has been actually a long time in coming, and it all started out with a dream of once very young Hannes Kronthaler, a guy who dreamed of bringing the beach, the players, and the atmosphere to Austria. This dream has long since become a reality, and Austria has actually hosted the European Championships in 2013 and 2015. But this is going to be the first time in Vienna. And this year, the showdown really is on. With numerous teams fresh off the Olympics, the European Championships are going to be the chance for some to take revenge or get even more glory, and for everybody watching, of course, some great sporting moments. And it is today that the teams are going to find out which challenges are going to await them in August in the drawing of lots for the EuroBeachVolley 2021. impressive. And these are going to be some very spectacular and intense days in Vienna, in a new location which puts beach volleyball even more into the center of the city than it has already been. And a city that now welcomes Alexander Boricic, the president of the Confédération Européenne de Volleyball, the Volleyball Federation. Please come to the stage. And you can take your microphone with you. Thank you. Mr. Boricic, the Volleyball Federation has, as many sporting federations, seen a very challenging year. Which kind of impulses do you hope to gain from these EuroBeachVolley?
First of all, good afternoon. On behalf of European Volleyball Confederation, I'd like to send one message to all of you. Take care about your health. Keep positive energy, especially to our athletes, to be always happy and to play on the best way in the European Championship. Europe had many challenges in the last almost years and a half, maybe 2 years, but we are very happy that we organize in many countries indoor beach volleyball. We missed something in snow volley, but we like to come back very soon. It means that many of our athletes already played, many clubs, and we are very happy that especially young generation played many under-the-age European Championship, very successful.
We have now already seen a few impressions. It's always a chance to get images out into the world. Are you looking for any particular kind of images?
First of all, I like to tell one message to all of you. We are always very happy when we're coming to Vienna. We are very happy in Austria. We have excellent collaboration with the Austrian Volleyball Federation. And also, maybe it's a good moment to thanks to Austrian state authorities, to City Vienna, to Companies Act and A1. But our relation very close with Austrian Federation bring us again in Vienna. And we hope that maybe August could be very exciting because it's the first volleyball competition immediately after Olympic Games. Could be a new challenge for our athletes and maybe could be a good challenge for Europe to start with a new era.
You've already talked about Austria, so you like coming back to Vienna. We've already hosted big events here, and also the history of Austrian beach volleyball is very intertwined. Is there an impact Austria actually has on beach volleyball?
We like, to start real, to maybe renovate beach volleyball in Europe. And we started also to be much closer to beach volleyball players because they have some problems. In indoor, they have a clubs, contract with the clubs. But we hope that in a beach volleyball, I like to inform you now, maybe it's a good moment, Vienna, Austria, so many years was top events always in Austria. We like to start with club competition also in beach volleyball and to make something amazing in maybe next 2-3 years. Thank you very much for all of you. We need you to support beach volleyball, to support volleyball in any case, and we are always ready to come again. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Alexander Boricic. While the president of the Volleyball Federation is taking a seat, I'm amazed that actually Hannes Jagerhofer is in the seat. I'm not used to that. You're normally always on your feet, and I welcome you up to the stage. The heart and soul of Austrian beach volleyball. Do you even...
First of all, I would like to say hello to everybody and thank you to the city of Vienna that we are able to host the European Championships here. Thank you, Alexander, for your trust that we might do the right thing to organize this event. And even thank you to the government, the Austrian government, and our minister sitting here. I think I really want to express that looking to my colleagues all over the world in this really critical situation, it's nearly impossible to start in October to organize an event from this kind of, let's say, size. But in Austria it's possible because I had from the first second on the feeling that the city of Vienna is fully behind us. So I always got the support without any limit. And the same is from the Austrian government. If we would not have this, let's say we call it parachute. I don't know what's the English expression for this finally is. So when the government is guaranteeing us that if something happens and you don't know what will happen the next week, so we're really now wondering that keep Delta on a very low level. They will support us and they will take care about all the whatever the needs we had. And I think this is such a good feeling and it makes us so strong. And if you look now at the Heumarkt, you see it's something growing like crazy. You think it's forever and it's only for 5 days. This is the pity.
You've already talked about the fallback net, the parachute that the government provides. How challenging has this event been in comparison to the ones you already organized?
Completely. The problem is that you need the government behind you, you need the city, and then you need your sponsors behind you. And I really would like to thank, first of all, to A1, which was awesome because it was just a phone call, and I said, okay, guys, do you think we can do it again together the upcoming year? And he mentioned, yes, I'm sure we will do it, and the same is Swatch, Red Bull, and so on. So, having your big partners, because losing 1 year is a long time. Losing a second year is a pretty tough time, and then coming back again in the year 3, I don't know if this finally will work out. So I think my team did a great job. We motivated each other very strongly, and so now we are here. We've been here in 2017, and Clemens just mentioned, I remember the night when we've been here before the World Championships, and somehow it was a good decision to go there in 2017. I guess maybe it's the same good decision to be here today. So vice European champion, I think this is not the end of the, let's say, our trial. It should be European Championship, would be really great. One of you guys or girls, whoever.
So that's a good omen starting here. You talked about the challenges and also keeping the public involved with the sport of beach volleyball. What can we expect?
I think like the support from the ORF will be extraordinary this year. I think 9 hours live in ORF1, which is crazy. And even the Kronenzeitung and Ö3 and our media support is unbelievable. So I think we can expect something really special because the people are so hungry. They're really so hungry to get this excitement again. And I think it could be the most powerful thing we ever had in our life as beach volleyball, and we're doing it now. This year's the 25th anniversary.
And you're doing it on an ice skating rink. So are you marrying the winter and summer sports?
This was actually the challenge number one. How can you make it happen there? So it's an ice rink during winter, and but I think everything is fixed, everything is ready, and we're building up like crazy, and we look awesome.
Thank you, Hannes. You can take a seat right now. We'll see you later for the draws. So now we know where the matches are going to take place and when they're going to take place. I believe it's time to figure out who the opponents are going to be, so get this draw on the road. To ensure that everything goes as smoothly and correctly as possible, I get some help. And I welcome on the stage August Dekermenji from the CEV. He's the delegate from the Volleyball Federation who's going to have an eye on everything, and you're going to lead us through the procedures.
Thank you, Caroline. Hello, everyone. First, I would like to have the opportunity to thank Sports of Ministry of Austria, City of Vienna, Austrian Volleyball Federation, and event organizer ACTS, and all other supporters for such an amazing event we are organizing in Vienna. There are certain things we need to pay attention during the drawing of lots, and these things are explained in the following video. Let's take a look.
The CEV EuroBeachVolley 2021 will see 32 teams line up for both men and women in the city of Vienna from August the 11th to the 15th. The top 8 teams will be positioned as pool leaders according to the points seeding system from the CEV entry ranking as per July 12th. In case the hosting federation is not represented within the first 8 teams, they will be seeded in 8th position. If they are represented, then they will retain their position. Hosting federation teams must never be placed in the same pool. In case a hosting national federation is drawn in a pool already featuring a hosting team, the drawn team will move to the next pool, not featuring a hosting national federation, and following the draw order. For foreign teams from the same national federation, a maximum of 2 teams can be placed in the same pool. In case a third team is drawn in this pool, the team will move to the next pool, following the draw order. In case 2 or more teams with the same amount of points need to be placed in different groups, this draw precedes all others. Draw number 1 will place the teams in position 9 to 12, joining the teams from pool H to E, reverse order, in position number 2 in their pool. The draw will then continue as follows. Draw number 2 will place the teams in position 13 to 16, joining the teams from pool D to A, reverse order, in position number 2 in their pool. Draw number 3 will place the teams in position 17 to 20, joining the teams from pool A to D in position number 3 in their pools. Draw number 4 will place the teams in position 21 to 24, joining the teams from pool E to H in position number 3 in their pools. Draw number 5 will place the teams in position 25 to 32 in all pools, and in reverse order, pool H to pool A in position number 4. The same approach will be applied to the women's competition.
So that's the rules. Everybody's clear on that. If anything happens which is out of the norm, August is going to intervene and make sure that we follow the correct regulations. And now I believe it's time to actually start drawing. And we're going to start with the women's draw. 32 teams have made it to the EuroBeachVolley in Vienna, so we're going to be competing between the 11th and the 15th of August. We will now allocate these into the 8 pools, A to H, with 4 teams per pool. To ensure this correctly, we have August, and who's already taking a look at the 32 teams. You can already figure out it's going to be an interesting and very high-level competition. As there is a group of teams, 4 teams who have the same amount of seeding points, so entry points, we will have to have a pre-draw. So we have the teams of Spain, Finland, Greece, and Switzerland who are going to be drawn before to make sure that they get drawn into the correct bowls, into the correct draws, so their positions are perfect. To help me with that, I get a little help. I have Alexa, please come up to the stage. Thank you for helping out. She's one of the volunteers. There's going to be many. And today, she volunteered to do the pre-draw. So what's going to happen is you're going to take the red ball, and you're going to open it. Once you've got it open, you take the piece of paper. Perfect. I don't need to explain. She already knows this. And you show it to me. So the first one pulled is Lehtonen Ahtiainen, the team from Finland. Now she's going to hand it over. And August has the job of getting it back into a white ball, so they're non-distinguishable, and this one is going to go into draw 3. Alexa, I believe you can pull out the next ball. Perfect. And show me the next team. It's going to be Soria Caro from Spain. Soria Caro from Spain. Thank you. And third ball. You're doing great. And this is the last one. It's going to be in the draw 3. The next one is going to move along. And now we have the Swiss team, Böbner Verger-de-Pré. Böbner Verger-de-Pré is the next team. Perfect. So now we have 1 ball left. And if you followed correctly and you remembered which teams were in the beginning, you should be able to figure out. But we're going to make Alexa make sure. Please take the next ball. And this is the Greek team. We have Arvaniti Karakouni. Avaniti Karakuni is the fourth team that is now in the running order for the draw. So this was a pre-draw to determine the running order. Thank you, Alexa, you did awesome. So now this is the drawing situation. You see we have 5 draws each, and you have to the left the first 8. These are going to be seeded in the ranking list. So 1 to 8, always the first team, the top team in the different pools. So A to H, they are going to be seeded. You can see this and follow along with the draw. And these pools we now have to fill up. So we have 24 teams to fill them, and one person who's perfectly able for the job of starting. I would like to welcome Vice Chancellor and Minister of Sports of Austria, Werner Kogler. So it's going to be a very exciting event in beach volleyball. I know that you've been a soccer player, but what exactly is your connection to beach volleyball?
First of all, hello and good evening, everything, also the spectators on the streaming. But my special connection to beach volleyball has a name, Nick Berger. Where he is?
There he is.
So, Nick Berger is advisor in my office for sports affairs. And Nick Berger was the former partner of Clemens Doppler. Where he is?
Over there.
Doppler. And together, they won the European Championship 2003. So, I got some insights.
Did you get some tips as well for playing at the beach? We don't want to nail them down.
I played volleyball at my school time and changed to football. It's true.
As a Minister of Sports, you had a very tough year. A lot of sport events were challenging, to say the least, to get on the road. Some were cancelled. What are you hoping for from this EuroBeachVolley?
Yes, indeed, we have created a comeback stronger package for sports in special, and a large number of measures. But the most important is surely the non-profit organization support fund, and there are reserved more than 200 million only for sports clubs, small one, larger one, and this is in this dimension the only one in Europe. But there are also funds for the professionals, for the professional sport clubs, the leagues, also for volleyball.
And it's a tremendous help, as we heard before from Hannes Jagerhofer, also for people who get to organize the sports events. So now you've already mentioned Nick Berger and Clemens Doppler, so you have an idea of what the Austrian teams are doing. What are your expectations for the teams at the EuroChamps?
So I've got some tips only, and so I'm
the
second voice for this message. But we think that in this year there are many favorites, many great teams, and on the men's side, perhaps Norway.
It's a good guess, yeah.
We're strong, and actually Russia, Netherlands, and on the women's side, Germany, Switzerland, among others. And so I hope, I am confident that the Austrian teams have also some chances for medals because of the history. And because in front of the Austrian fans, I hope.
And you're going to be helping us with the drawing. Thank you, Mr. Kogler. You can put the microphone on the left and move to the first pot, which is going to be draw 1.
Yeah.
Exactly. So this is going to be the first ball. Just put it here. Yeah, exactly, that one. And I will ask you to stir the ball. Thank you. Yes. And then pick one ball. And again, open it up. And please show me the team that is on. They're going to join Pool H. Katharina Schützenhöfer and Lena Plesiuchnik are going to be joined by Liliana and Elsa from Spain. Thank you. You can discard this one. August doesn't have to do anything with them, so we're going to head on to the next ball. Stir again, so we make sure everything is nice and stirred around. Yes, perfect. Next one is going to go into Pool G. And it's going to fly around, but I believe it's correctly opened. August is nodding. Menegatti Aussie Tots, the Italian team, is going to go into Pool G. So,
We can throw them there.
and we'll do one more stir with 2 balls, exactly. Perfect. And this one is going to be going to Pool F. Binek Schneider, the German team, is going to go and join Pool F. Thank you. And the last one, you don't have to stir this one, it's all fine. We're just going to make perfect. Even better, we're going to ask all of the VIPs to do that from now on, leading by example, Mr. Vice Chancellor. And there we go. We have Borgasude, the German team, in Pool E. Thank you. Thank you. So that is 4 of the teams in the women's draw done. Thank you, Mr. Kogler. Perfect job of stirring. Please take a seat again. The next person to join me on stage is Markus Grausam. He is the CEO of A1 Austria, telecommunications provider, and it's fair to say that they've been loyal to beach volleyball almost since the time Clemens and Alex have been in kindergarten, more or less.
Hi, thanks for having me.
Mr. Grausam, at this point, to which part is beach volleyball already ingrained into the DNA of A1?
It looks like that.
Yeah,
it's
it
so,
does.
Because you mentioned already, I think we are partnering from the very, very beginning when Hannes brought this event here to Austria more than 20 years. We are also proud that we could contribute a little bit in order to develop it further and to make it to one of the most sensational events in the world. So it seems that we are part of this event here, and this event is somehow part of our DNA already.
So at the event, we see very sportive people in beach wear. How would you describe the identification of your business with the beach volleyball sport?
I think there are a lot of parallels between sports and business, and especially between beach volleyball and our business. It's all about speed, it's about using new techniques and stuff like this, but I think the most important thing is it's about getting better and better. It's about practicing, and at the end, to win and to be better than competition. And I think that's what sport and business has in common. Yeah?
Mm-hmm. And that's the image that beach volleyball can convey. How does this transfer at the event itself?
For us, it's a really huge opportunity in order to present our brand, in order to present our logo in this area. We are doing promotions around. Maybe you have seen the first one already, using some of the stars here in order to promote our products and our summer special deal. Yeah? And we will do a lot around the tournament. And we also promote it internally. We will use some of the facilities, the side courts. We will do our own company tournament there. So a lot of activities are going on.
Are you a favorite at the company tournament?
No.
Okay, we'll have you draw. Thank you, Mr. Grausam. You can put down the microphone and move over to the 3rd ball. So the first one that's full, that's going to be draw 2. Perfect. He's already seen the stirring process, and the first team that's going to join Kravchenko and Raudina is going to be... I need to move closer. Wojtaszek and Kocilek from Poland. Perfect. Again, we're mixing it up into the next pool. So the first one was Pool D. Now we're going to Pool C. Joining Bechat Hüberli are Ludwig Kosuch. Ludwig Kosuch are going to be the team number 2. And now we're moving on to Pool B. We're getting really good at this stirring thing and pulling balls out of this last ball. And we have Stam and Skoon from the Netherlands.
Thank you.
And 1 ball left. I don't think so, but you have to ask the Minister of Sports. He's the pro. And there we have Van Jezel and Ipma, the last ones who are going in.
Thank you.
Olgis is nodding, which is always a good sign for me, so everything is good. Thank you, Mr. Grausam. Thank you for helping us draw. So now we have filled up the second places in all of the pools. So A to H already have 2 teams each. We have the next draw up, and I want to welcome Karin Reisinger. She is the Vice President of the Wiener Eislaufverein. So should I tell everyone to really behave because you are the lady of the land when it comes to the center court? Everybody get in her good graces.
Welcome. Good evening. I'm very happy to be here, and for the WeV, in my role as a vice president, I'm very happy to have to be chosen by Hannes Jagerhofer and ACTS that we can be host of the European Championship of Beach Volleyball. It's really a big challenge for us, and it will be a big spirit for us.
Thank you for having us, really. It's also interesting because you do a lot of sport events at the Wiener Eislaufverein, so at the ice skating rink, where the center court is going to be held. Where would you put this one?
Yes, we have a long tradition in winter sports, especially in ice skating, ice hockey, speed skating. My father was Olympic participant as in speed skating, and yes, and this long tradition is especially in winter sports, and therefore it's a new impact for our WeV to present to have a beach volleyball event, and it's very high class, and we are very happy, and I'm sure that it will be a big success.
Yeah, we hope so. And we talked before about the starting point of beach volleyball in Austria, and everybody keeps mentioning the year 2000, which is so impressive because it's so long gone. And Karin Reisiger is just laughing because the Wiener Eislaufverein has been founded in 1867. So the year 2000 for you is just around the corner, more or less.
We celebrated 4 years ago 150 years of tradition, and yes, it's a very famous sporting club in the heart of Vienna, and this is something special. When you think about worldwide, you have not so many ice places in the world, like in New York, the Rockefeller Center, but it's very small in comparison to the Wiener Eislaufverein. We have about 6,000 square meters of place for ice skating, and this is really something special.
And these square meters now have transferred into summer. How tricky was it to make the transition?
It's always a big challenge to change from winter to summer, but yes, it's worth to do it, and it's really a big event, and I'm happy to and thanks to Hannes Jagerhofer and his team, and yes. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you. And now we'll have you draw. Please put on the microphone so both hands are free for stirring and pulling out. And you can start off. Perfect. Whenever you're ready, first ball. We're going to go into Pool A. So we're going to start at the front this time. And the third team in Pool A are going to be Lehtonen Ahtiainen from Finland. Lehtonen Ahtiainen from Finland are going to join. Ogis is happy, giving us a thumbs up, so we're ready for Pool B and the next team. So we have Böbner Verger-Depré from Switzerland is going to join Marko Guzova, Kolomina, and Stam Skåne, who are already in Pool B. The third team in this next draw, if the ball is going to be open, says no interference happened before, are Bocharova Voronina from Russia. And we have one last one. Everybody's getting a pro at this, the fourth team. Soria and Caro from Spain are gonna join Pool D. Thank you, Karin Reisinger. Thank you for having us and for letting us bring the beach to the winter sports. So three teams are done. We now go to pools E to H, and I welcome the president of the Austrian Volleyball Federation, Gernot Leitner. Are you ready to see which teams go into the next pools?
Absolutely.
You seem very relaxed right now. Is volleyball doing well at the moment?
I could do better, but I'm relaxed anyway to see Vienna again as the capital of volleyball, as capital of CEV, because we've been holding quite a number of board meetings here. Thanks to the CEV also for awarding the event to Vienna. It's really a great pleasure to have a European Championship, and yeah, looking forward to a great tournament.
And also kind of a restart after this whole pandemic craziness. How much does Austrian volleyball also need this?
Yeah, there's a restart in many ways. We are certainly in a bit of a transition time. It's the first time since Sydney that we haven't qualified for the Olympics, which is a pity. We've been there. The girls are absolute top team. They've been the first team not to qualify through the world ranking. And then at the final of the Continental Cup, they didn't catch the perfect weekend, so they failed to qualify. On the men's side, we have 3 teams in the world elite, and we had a bit of a bumpy road on the men's side because there were injuries. There were just like the momentum was in the wrong time, and the long Olympic qualification process due to the pandemic made it a fact that there were no big tournaments in the second half. And we had Irma Pristouts making it to the semi-final in one of the biggest tournaments this year in Cancun. We had Seidel Waller, who have been performing extremely well in the last couple of weeks, finishing top 10 all the time. So we do see, and Alex and Clemens, our legends, are always there, and they also had a bit of an unlucky winter, got injured just before the tournaments, in great shape, and yeah, it's been a bumpy road, so it's a bit unfortunate, but we don't give up.
And you get the chance for revenge. I said it in the beginning. The teams that are coming off the Olympics, they might be in a different mindset. They might be on a roll, but they also might be crackable. So that's the perfect chance to prepare even more.
Yeah, absolutely. I hope they catch some bad sushi on the day to leave Tokyo. But
we don't want to jinx karma.
On the men's side, Europe is dominating. I mean, if you look at there's about 10 to 15 teams to win tournaments, and it's really, really tough. On the women's side, we do see that the Americans, Canadians, Brazilians are dominating that gender. So we have great hopes in the girls that are in good shape, so we'll see.
We'll see, and we'll find out the opponents. May I ask you to put down the microphone and step to the next bowl. Stirring, please. In draw 4, we're going for Pool E. Exactly, that's the way to open these things, and please show me Lobato Alvarez from Spain, the first ones to join Pool E, going with the Czech Republic and Germany, and also giving Oygus a time to look over everything so that we're doing everything correctly. Next one is gonna be wrong way up, exactly, from Greece, Arvaniti Karakouni. Arvaniti Karakouni are going to go into Pool F as the 3rd team, and we're already proceeding into Pool G. Birlova Frolova from Russia are going to join Pool G, also joining Marta Menegatti, Victoria Ositot, and Labore Tillmann from Germany, so that's going to be interesting. And the last team in this draw is Dabisha Rudik from Russia. Thank you. At this point, I believe everything is fine. Thank you, Gernot Leitner.
I'm impressed how you can spell the names of the teams. It's very difficult.
Don't make me repeat them. I try. I hope not to butcher any of them, so thank you. You're looking very concentrated, but everything is fine at this point?
So far so good.
Awesome. So we have draw 5, and as you can see on the graphic, we have quite some teams to still be drawn. There's 8 teams left, and we're going to fill up the women's draw. And this is where my next guest comes in, someone who knows how to really handle a large workload. She is Clara Kellner, the representative of the organizing Axe Group. To kind of balance out all the work you're going to be doing with the draw, I'm just going to ask you one quick question. We've already talked about this year's event being very special. What makes it special for you?
First of all, we are at a new location directly in the heart of Vienna. We are hosting the European Championships, which is an absolute honor for the whole team. And we are really glad and happy that beach is finally back.
I can already hear the elation, so just put down the microphone and let's get drawing. Draw 5. So this is where it gets interesting. Please, you can start with the stirring. We have to make sure that the teams are allotted correctly. If there's 2 teams from the same country, Ogis is going to tell us what to do, which is just the case. Klinger Klinger joining Katharina Schützenhöfer and Lena Maria Plesiuchnik. So Ogis, tell us what is happening now.
We need to move them forward, but we cannot move forward, so we need to go backwards this time. So they are placed in Pool G.
So they're placed in Pool G. So we're going to go with the next team, and we're going to stir again So 7 teams left. We're going to figure out who's going to go into Pool H.
Yes.
Same thing again, Friedel-Pfeffer. So
Yes.
now we already know, so we would have to go back. We can't go back, so we go forward and then go back, which makes everybody spell out the alphabet. Us move to Pool F correctly. Perfect. So next one. Kubikova, Kvapilova, so that's looking good from the way I'm standing.
Yes.
So we're finally filling up Pool H. So we have 3 pools already filled, and Pool H is going to be joined by the Czech team. Next team to go in. Into Pool E now. Linde Olimstad from Norway are going to go into Pool E, and that doesn't bring a conflict with the nations, so we're fine to proceed to the next pool, which should be, if I'm correct, Pool D. Thank you for sending me the graphics. Placette Richard from France is going to be the next team joining into Pool D. So we still have 4 teams left. 3 teams left, correct. August is looking around me. Jupiter Jamerot is going to be the next French team, 2 in a row, and they're going to join Pool C, so we don't have a conflict here because the other French team went to Pool D. And now we have 2 left. Strauss are going to join Pool B, an interesting group with Esme Bümner, Zoe Verger-Depré, whose name we've already mentioned, and go ahead. You don't have to stir this one. She knows already. We have Lahti Pakinen from Finland, who is going to be next. So Lahti Pakinen makes Pool A full. Thank you, Victoria. You're just rechecking. We have 2 Finnish teams in the first pool. So why does that not bring a conflict, August?
Well, they are
2 Finnish teams?
international teams, so they are not host country teams. They can be in the same pool. Only 3 teams or more teams, international teams cannot be, other countries basically cannot be in the same pool. And at the moment, host country teams are not in the same pool, so we're good to go.
Perfect. So you can confirm this women's draw.
I confirm the draw. Thank you.
Perfect. Thank you. Yeah, and thank you everybody for pulling out the perfect team orders. So now we want to know from the team. Katja and Lena, please come up. Katharina Schützenhöfer and Lena Plesjuchnik, and I believe we might get a men's team to join them. You don't have to stop on the way up. Maybe we'll just ask Robin Seidel and Philipp Waller to come up with us. Take a microphone. Kimi's going to hand it to you. So we'll have to make sure that everybody can see everybody. Well, so now the women's draw is done. How do you feel about the groups?
Yeah, I think we have a nice pool, but there isn't an easy group. So, yeah, the opponents are good, but we'll do our best.
We've already heard Gernot Leitner mentioning the Olympics. We won't talk about this. We're looking forward. We're actually looking to the home championships on a European scale. What does it mean to you to be able to prepare?
Yeah, we are really happy to be back in Vienna and back to play in front of our fans. And yeah, we're looking forward, and we will use the next couple of weeks to prepare well. And yeah, let's see.
We're looking forward to see what you bring up. Philipp, so you have the particular position of being here before anything has been drawn. So I want to know from you, is there any team you're really fearing? Or would it be you?
No team that we really fear, no. Let's see.
Robin seems intent on saying something here.
That's completely good. I wanted to ask if I can draw, actually.
No, you can't. You can't. This is strictly forbidden. August would not be happy with that. Okay, so with the women's teams, we've seen a very strong competition already. With the teams really competing and being happy to come back to Vienna. What are you guys looking most forward to restarting with a big championship?
Yeah, we're happy that we have a home tournament again after last year, and I also didn't play last summer, so I'm more than happy to be back and to be back in Vienna. And we know that every team is very strong and good, but I think we're in front of our home crowd, we can perform very strong. And we hope that our journey is going far, and we will do our best there.
And I want to know, we've already heard that maybe it's a good omen to be here at the Rathaus. Do you have any lucky charms, any good omens you want to bring?
Not yet, but I will think about it.
So if anybody wants to give them some lucky charms, we'll be happy to have them. Thank you. And to you guys, I want to know, this last year that was very tricky and numerous competitions being cancelled, having to wait around. How hard was it to keep the physical as well as the head up?
Yeah, it was not that easy actually with COVID catching. So there were less tournaments. We have to keep our focus for 1.5 years longer for the Olympics. Yeah, I think now we are actually well prepared. So we are physically, mentally, and also technically well prepared for the Olympics, where we are now not taking part in. That was unlucky, a little bit unfortunate, as Gernot explained quite well. So we are really ready for Vienna, and yeah, we are looking forward to that. We beat Stojanovski last tournament, so I think we are ready and looking forward to.
So that's a good omen. Thank you. Thank you for joining me on stage, the teams. Robin, I think you can take this one down. So now we know already how the women's roster is going to be looking, and now we want to know about the men. The opponents that are going to be facing each other. Same with the women's, we have 32 teams that have made it to the EuroBeachVolley 2021 to Vienna. We're as well going to allocate them into 8 different pools, so A to H, and also 4 teams per pool. And as with the women, we also have a pre-draw, because there's 4 teams ranked in the exact same points, so we need to have a pre-draw to determine the order. And I want to ask Mario to come up and help me with that. Thank you, August. He's already moving along to help Mario out. Perfect. The red balls are ready, and you can stir away and take the first team out. You can see on the pre-draw graphics, it's very interesting teams that are going to be headed into the ranking order. So, Nicolai Lupo from Italy are going to be headed into
6th point.
The 6th draw. Thank you. And we have the next ball we need to draw. Mario's already a pro. He's picked up some tips, I think, from the Vice Chancellor. Warenhorst van der Velde are the next ones.
Nice.
And the next ones.
In draw 1 automatically.
Exactly. And I believe, August, you will need to have the papers afterwards to put them back into the white balls. Semyonov, Leshukov, so please hand the paper over to August, or he's just going to help himself. I think everybody's got everything under control. And the next one is gonna be, thank you, Krasilnikov, Stojanovski. The Russian team is gonna be put in. Thank you, Mario, for helping out, being a super speedy chap about it. He's gonna be a volunteer as well. Thank you. And while we take some time to correctly put the teams back into the corresponding white balls, to put them into the draws, we want to give a big shout out to all the volunteers and thank everybody, not only you, for helping us out as a supervisor, but everybody who is supporting the beach volleyball championships and tournaments everywhere. We couldn't do it without you, and we're very happy you're always part of the team. The top 8 teams, again, are seeded. So 1 to 8, they are seeded into the pools A to H as the first team to enter each pool. And we have a drawing to begin. First off, I would like to ask Helmut Zahler, the CEO of Swatch Austria, to come up. Wrong way, this way.
Hello, everybody.
All this moving around keeps me on my toes, literally. But Helmut Zahler, so you've watched the women's draws. It was already exhilarating. And we, of course, know that Swatch is also a partner from the very first hour. What makes it, for you, that this continues to drive this partnership?
First of all, I have to say we are really happy to be here again. It's for 20 years and we are an international brand, and it's also great for us here in Austria to be part of it. And I think there are many reasons why we are here. We think this event and Swatch fits perfect. There are some reasons like, as you know, the mood at the event, the enthusiasm of the people at the event, the energy at the event, and this fits perfect with our brand, and this is why we like it so much, and this is why we are here again. But I think this is not normal. We know many, many events all over the world, but this one is really very special. It's outstanding, and I think this is the performance of Hannes and his team, of acts, of Reinhard, of Clara, of all his guys and girls, what are doing really a great job. And what we really like is they always bring the event forward. It's not the same as it was last year. There are always new ideas, new activations, and this is like Swatch. We also move forward and we don't stop, and this is what we really like. And maybe one point, what's also interesting, I think we all know the event, and the audience there is very young. I think most of the people are maybe between 18 and 35 or 40. This is very important for us as the brand, and I fear, as it was in the last years, I will be one of the maybe 20 oldest guys there, but nevertheless, I like it. I'm looking forward.
We need a wide variety of every fan, don't we? So we're all also fine. And you said that since the beginning of time, Swatch has been a partner, and you're also looking for innovations and new ideas. So what product is Swatch going to focus on this time?
I think it's not typical for Swatch for the events, but here in Austria we always have the possibility to create a watch especially for this event. And this we do since the beginning, and this year we'll also have a special. I don't have it with me, this is the special of 2018.
Are you allowed to wear it on stage if you don't have the newest brand? Okay.
But the new one will come out on the 26th of July. Then we have it there, we will present it there, we will show it to the people. And this will be a Swatch Pay. This is a very new product for us. And the advantage of Swatch Pay is you can pay with the Swatch. You can use it as your credit card, and you only once have to connect it with your credit card or your debit card, and then you can pay with it. And in times like that, paying with that, contactless paying gets more and more important, and you can do it with the Swatch and the Swatch Pay. And this is very special for us, and we will present this watch at the event.
You're also helping out players, not only at the event, but you're partnering up with the players and also some of the volunteers and helping out the ball kids. Why is that important to you?
I think for Swatch it's always important not to be only a sponsor. We always want to be partner. And as an active partner being there, we don't want to have only logos on the wall. We want to be included in all the activities. And for sure, we have a pro team. We have a Swatch Pro team with Clemens and Alex. We are really happy with them, so great guys. And we work together with them for many, many years. And what fits better? Such a great event and these two guys in the Swatch Pro team. So this all together is really great for us.
Thank you for being part of the whole thing. So let's please put down the microphone and get to drawing. We still have some places left. We will place the teams that are drawn in the pools from the back. So H is going to be first. Ermakora Pristouts are going to be joined by Semyonov Leshukov, the Russian team. They're nodding back there. You can't see them, but they don't seem too unhappy. Am I guessing right? And next one, please stir the balls and go with the next team. Who's going to join Warenhorst van der Velde in Pool G? So please turn it around. Perfect. We have Krasilnikov Stoyanovsky, the Russian team. Thank you. Two more left. We have a straightforward person, no more stirring with the whole two-ball thing. Nikolai Lupo are going to be joined by Tole Wickler in Pool F. Tole Wickler are going to be the second team in Pool F. And now we go for the last one in this draw, who's going to fit into Pool E. And here we have Bro Musen from the Netherlands. Thank you. Thank you. Perfect. Draw, thank you. If I'm correct, we do now have 2 teams of the same nationality. But it's not a problem because they're international teams and not the host federation.
Exactly.
Awesome.
So we cannot have the third one in that pool now, if we happen to have.
But up to now, everything is fine. So we're going to continue with pools D to A. And the next one who's going to join me on stage is Yvonne Richli. She is the sports speaker of the Vienna State Parliament and knows exactly which role beach volleyball is going to play in the Austrian capital. Hello.
Hello. Einen wunderschönen Abend bei uns im Wiener Rathaus. Ich freue mich, dass alle so zahlreich erschienen sind und dass wir euch diese schöne Location auch zur Verfügung stehen haben können.
Yeah, we're also happy to be at this wonderful location. Thank you for welcoming us here at the Vienna Rathaus. So which role would you say does beach volleyball play in this sports city of Vienna? Welche Rolle spielt Beachvolleyball in der Sportstadt Wien?
Ja, eine ganz große. Natürlich spielt das eine ganz große Rolle. Wir haben ja schon gesehen bei der WM 2017, welchen Publikumsmagnet unsere Spitzensportler für uns waren. Und wir haben auch danach einige Beachvolleyballplätze in Wien bauen müssen, weil alt und jung sich eigentlich für die Sportart noch mehr interessiert hat.
I love this answer, actually. So she had to build some more beach volleyball courts after Clemens and Alex ranked second in the World Championships because the enthusiasm in Vienna was just so high and it's already been traditionally very anchored into the city. We're looking forward to what comes next. The value of an event like this also trickles down not only in the sport event scene, but to event organizers all over. Can you evaluate that for us? Was ist der Wert von so einem Event?
Naja, ein ganz großer Wert ist es. Es ist ja wir sind ja eine Sport- und Tourismusstadt und das zieht natürlich auch Touristen bei uns in der Stadt an. Und dadurch, dass wir ein tolles Konzept auch von Hannes Jagerhofer und seinem Team übermittelt bekommen haben, können wir doch auch mit ruhigem Gewissen durchführen, endlich wieder. Und dadurch ist das wirklich ganz groß und großartig für uns und es werden sich alle freuen, alle Lokale, alle Menschen in Wien, die das Event besuchen können und auch danach der Tourismus und die Gastronomie, dass wir das endlich wieder durchführen können.
So it's not only sports, it's also, of course, tourism. I believe some of those tourists might be on those new beach volleyball courts that have been built. So the whole gastronomy, all the restaurants, all the cafes are going to profit from that. And also there's a lot of compliments to Hannes Jagerhofer, who has provided a perfect concept for this event, and they're really looking forward to having it here. Do you have a vision for the sports city of Vienna? Gibt es eine Vision für die Sportstadt Wien?
Ja, wir haben immer Visionen und wir haben ja auch heuer über 150 Millionen Euro in die Stadt für den Sport zur Verfügung gestellt. Wir bekommen ein neues Stadion, wir bekommen neue Hallen und ich denke, gerade Sport ist eine wichtige Sache für eine Großstadt wie Wien und wir sehen es auch jedes Jahr im Winter, wenn wir da draußen vor unserem Vorplatz die große Eisfläche haben, wie viele Menschen auch in Zeiten wie diesen diese Eislaufen oder auch im Sommer Beachvolleyball, alle anderen Sportarten. Wir haben zum Beispiel auch die Stadthalle, ein neues Schwimmoase errichtet. Also ganz viel machen wir, weil wir wissen, dass Sport eine wichtige Sache ist für die Stadt Wien auch.
So the vision is always there, not only for this year and for the coming years, but only in this year they have invested 150 million euros, if I'm correct, into infrastructure. There's going to be a new stadium, there's going to be new halls to train in. So the people are really being invested, and not only in the beach volleyball in the summer, but also in the winter sports, they always see the commitment of people really in this urban center to do sports, to play sports, and to also follow sports. So we need to draw now. So put the microphone down and we need to continue with the men's draw. You can stir away. We are filling up Pool D with the next team. Please open it up. And you can discard the plastic into the bin down and show me the team. Fialek Brühl from Poland are going to be into Pool D with Grammola and Rossi, the Italian team. Can stir away and pull out the next one. The next team is going to join Pool C. It is Samoilov Smedins from Latvia. They're going to go with Kantoloziak, the Polish team, in the Pool C. And we have a second to last ball left. Kratinger Brea, the Swiss duo, is going to go into Pool B. So now we have one more team, and they are going to be Heidrich Gerson from Switzerland. They're going to go with the two-time Euro champions, Søren Mohl. Not an easy task. Thank you, Enrichli, for being with us and helping us with the draw. So you now have the overview, and if you count correctly with me together, there's 16 more teams to draw, and we need help. So I want to ask Brigitte Tratner, the general manager of the Intercontinental Hotels Group, to come up.
Hello, everybody.
Hello. Nice to have you on stage.
Great to be here.
You will be hosting the athletes.
Yes.
How much experience does the Intercontinental have with hosting sports people?
Well, the Intercontinental has hosted over the past 50 years a lot of groups, mainly, of course, football teams. We had boxer, we had tennis player, and possibly the most famous group we had was the British national soccer team with David Beckham being part of them. That was quite exciting, but now, of course, we are looking forward to the beach volleyball player.
Are you able to tell us any special wishes Mr. Beckham might have had?
Well, I don't know that. However, he messed up the agenda because he found two little boys in the lobby he started to play with. And the dad was highly excited. However, the bodyguards became a bit nervous. So.
Well, you have to further the next generation. There's priorities to be had.
That's how it works.
Yeah, exactly. So now you're hosting a whole bunch of beach volleyball athletes.
Yes.
You do know that they come into the showers and they just bring the beach into the hotel. Everybody's nodding here. Are you prepared?
That's how it works. Absolutely, absolutely. No, we will look after them. We really look forward to host them. We know that privacy is important, that safety, security is important. And nowadays, of course, hygiene comes first. So we are really excited to have them with us.
Yeah, we're really excited to be with you. Thank you. Please put down a microphone. We're going to proceed to the draw. We're going to start at Pool A this time, so you can stir away. And Pool A, the first team is going to go in. We'll see which name pops up. Ooh, Seidelwalla. They're nodding here. They were having fun with the straw. I like this. Okay, second team, Pool B. Plavin Stoch from Latvia are going to join into Pool B. Plavin Stoch from Latvia is the next team drawn. So now we're going to go to Pool C. Kantalozhik and Tomolov Smedis are already in there, and it's going to be interesting to see which team is going to join. And it's Lyamin Muskiv from Russia. Lyamin Muskiv from Russia are going to join. No conflicts there. Am I right, August? Yes. Whenever he's quiet, we know everything's going perfect. And the last team is going to go into Pool D. Herrera Gavira from Spain. Herrera Gavira from Spain is going to go into Pool D. Thank you, Ms. Stradno, for helping us out with the draw. Next up, we have somebody who also gets to experience the event from really close up. Now, I want to welcome Victoria Palfi up to us, one of the volunteers at the event, and one is going to help us draw some more teams. Is there anything you're most looking forward to?
The whole atmosphere, the people, my friends. I made some great international friends, so I'm just happy to have it back in Vienna and be part of it again.
So it's not your first time. I believe you're the second time part of the event.
Yes, I was able to be at the players' presentation in 2019 , so that was quite exciting for me.
And we can see it on a big smile on your face. It was
Yes.
a moment that really kind of...
I can't wait. I really can't wait.
Is there... You already told us about the atmosphere. Is there something that you would recommend to everybody? So this is the thing. This is why beach volleyball is something you have to experience.
Actually, because of the players, because they make you feel being part of this is so great, and really the experience is awesome. You get to meet them, you get to talk to them, They even make photos with you. For every beach volleyball fan, that's a dream come true. So be part of it for sure.
You're the best person to represent. They're going to make photos with you now. They're just going to come and ask, Vicky, can we please make a photo with you? Now you can put down the microphone, and we get to the serious stuff, because there's more teams to be drawn. 4 to find out which teams are going to be the third team in Pool E. We have now the Netherlands going strong with 2 teams already, and they are going to be joined by Elas Fretschner from Germany. Next one is going to be Pool F. Nicola Lupo and Tole Wickler are already in there, and we're going to have Walkenhorst Winter joining them. Pool G. Nolvak Tisa are going to join into Pool G, and that leaves one more team for you to get out. So, Dziadko Pietrushka from Belarus. So that's the messing up the names. I'm really sorry. Thank you. So that's the teams done. Thank you, Vicky. So we've drawn a lot of teams now. 8 teams are left, and we're going to do this in one big swoop. And I need the host of the CEV EuroBeachVolley Vienna 2021, presented by Swatch, with me. Hannes Jagova, please come up. I actually got a trick question for you in the beginning, because in preparing for this event, I tried to get as fluent as I could with the whole title of the event. So, CEV EuroBeachVolley 2021, presented by Swatch. Can you say 3 times fast?
I don't think so, because it's like a hurdle, a big hurdle, yeah, but it works out finally.
You don't have to say it, you just have to organize it, and that you do perfectly.
This is it.
How difficult was it to get this event to Vienna?
Actually, I think we had a lot of great discussions with the president of the European Federation. We met last year or 2 years ago already in Ljubljana, talking about our possible future. And I was wondering if there's a chance again to get the European Championships. And I think from day one on, it was like a very positive feeling. And then we did all our presentation, and then finally we got it, I think. But we're very excited now.
We've already talked about the location, which is new, but the enthusiasm, which is old and has already been there. It's a restart. Also for you, the wait has been long. How are you using the restart?
I think we have a big chance now to, first of all, to try a location which is in the middle of the city, which is exciting, so the people can go there in a very short way, you know, and using the underground, whatever. And second, I think it looks different. It's like a big opera, so it's 25 meters high, and because of COVID, we had to really develop a completely different new system. And thanks to Nick and his team, because they did an amazing job. It's entering the stadium, and now we have 25 years of history. So this year is the 25th anniversary of beach volleyball, and starting we started in 1996. Everything is different. So it's like everything bottom up. So. Let's see, we're not sure, but we think it will be an extraordinary event.
It's always hard these times to make whichever predictions, but of course fans are going to be excited. What are the possibilities going to be for fans, and what is going to be challenging also for fans?
I think for the fans now, the biggest hurdle is to get in. You know, so we put 2,000 tickets on the market, and after 1 minute and 9 seconds, the 2,000 tickets were gone. We put another 2,000 tickets on the market, 1 minute and 8 seconds, and the tickets are gone. Another 2,000, the same story. So I think we can follow up like for the next weeks, next days, and weeks. But I think it's if you have a chance to get a ticket and you can join us, it will be even for the fans something new, because we now already have the 3rd generation of fans with us. And we will see how it finally works out.
Yeah, we're really interested in joining the opera of beach volleyball. I like this one, actually. So please put down the microphone. We have 8 teams still to be drawn. And it's going to be an interesting draw. please head over to the last ball. It's draw 5 in the men's teams. You have to stir away and then get one of the teams out. We're going to go from the back to the front. So we're starting with Pool H. Kökelko and Van Walle from Belgium are going to go into Pool H. You need to stir and stir. Clemens is looking for E. Alex is looking for E. So there's already bets are going to be taken. You have to show it to me. Windisch Kotafava is going to go into Pool G. Pool F. Hannes, I think you need to stir some more at the next time. We'll have to up your game with the whole ball situation. Yes? Yes? He needs a training camp for this. Okay, there we go. Licholetov Bikanov, Russia, is going to go into Pool F. So, stirring. I like the guilty look he's giving me. He's like, am I doing this correctly? Yeah, exactly. So we're taking this strictly. Pool E, Hubert Dressler is going to go into Pool E. So there is a host team. It's just not Dopplerhorst at the moment. Pool D. We're looking for Pool D. Who's going to join? Pool D. Herr Leitner. We're going to go into Pool D. I'm very impressed by your stirring motions. It's really awesome now. Pool C. Yemelyanchik Popov from the Ukraine. Thank you. took me a minute. Took me a minute to read all the syllables there.
Caroline.
Yeah.
And now we have the situation. We have one Austrian team left, and we have 2 available spots left. So non-Austrian team needs to be in the other pool, which is Pool B. So we don't need to draw that one, since we have only 2 spots left. We can place the Austrian team in Pool B and the other team in Pool A.
So the Austrian team is going to go into Pool B. Dopplerhorst is going to go into Pool B.
Let's please, yes, open the ball still.
Now he's gotten so used to the stirring thing, and he doesn't need to do it anymore. Gauthier Rat is the last team that's going to fill the spot, Pool A, and we'll make sure if that is Clemens and Alex, then we've done everything correctly, hopefully. Looking good. And I mean you and Hannes. Dopplerhorst, thank you.
Great.
Perfect. So we've now got all the teams set up. Thank you, Hannes Jagerhofer.
Since they have 2 same country teams, and we have Austrian teams in the different pools, and we have 3-time winner Norwegians in Pool A, European champions. So it's going to be an exciting championship again.
Yeah, I believe so. Thank you. And thank you for confirming.
Thank you.
This draw. So that concludes the drawing. But of course, now we want to hear from Alex, Clemens, Martin, Mo. How do you feel about these draws? Please come up. I believe it's easiest if you stay over there and I look directly at you. You can't join me because there's a microphone here, so we'll have to figure that out. Okay, I believe that works. Do you have the right order? Do you feel more comfortable with them on the correct
All
side?
good.
All good. Okay, awesome. So now we have Emeka Pristot. First question, how do you feel? How's the ankle?
My ankle is quite good, so I've already played the Continental Cup finals in Den Haag 2 weeks ago, so it's doing well. My physios did a great job, and yeah, I'm happy to be back.
So we know you are fit. A question that Clemens always gets asked, how is the knee? How are the knees?
Yeah, the knee is good, as it can be with 40, and a lot of jumps in my life. But body feels good now. Now we have a lot of time to prepare. For the Europeans, I think it can be good for us that we don't have a lot of tournaments now, not a lot of traveling. So yeah, we will be in Vienna and practice for those teams we have in our pool.
Yeah. Alex, everything good? Any injuries you want to report just for the protocol?
No, everything's good. I think the pool could be better, but also could be worse. The only thing I tried to make Instagram story for when our name pops up, and I made like 8 stories or 6 stories, and then there was no story left for us because the draw was already done. So, but it's okay.
We can do one for you if you want. We can just have you stand there and do one. But everybody else, be happy to follow Alex's Instagram stories. Obviously, there's a full documentation of this draw. You've talked about the pool. Could be worse, but could be better. What are your strengths going into that pool? Which teams do you like, you don't like?
Personally, I like all of them. To play against, I think we played Peosic, Vienna a lot of times already, and I don't know if we ever won against them. So, one time. So maybe not our favorite opponent. The others, Kratica Brea, I think we never played, only in practice. And Plavin Stocks is also a team or a player, at least Plavins, who was playing a long time already, and I think we played them or him from the beginning on. So it could be interesting.
Well, as you've also seen the draw, do you always also make 17 Instagram stories?
No, I didn't make. I just watched Alex make his Instagram stories and laughed a bit. But I think we can be quite happy with the draw. And there's teams that we played a lot against, some less. But we at least won against every team at least once already. So that gives us maybe a bit of a confidence boost. And also 2 teams of them we played 2019 in the European Championship, and that had quite good result for us, so maybe that's a good omen.
We're back to the omens again, I like this. Yeah. You've also had a little bit of a break at the moment. You took some time to breathe. Is that a bonus, maybe, that the European Championships are now in August and you get time to really refocus?
Yeah, I think we like to play tournaments, so yeah, it's a pity that we didn't make it to the Olympics, but we're going to play some more tournaments the next week to prepare, but also practice is always important for us. So I think we're well prepared and have 4 more weeks left, and looking forward to it.
I know that you guys are always very happy if European beach volleyball comes to your forefront and comes into your household, more or less. How is it to play on an ice skating rink? Is that something you visited with your daughter in winter, and now you're going to play there?
Yeah, as long as there's sand and not ice under our feet, everything is good. Yeah, it's actually only 10 minutes walking distance from my apartment. I'm at least once a week there with my little daughter in wintertime, so it will be kind of special to play my sport there. I think the location is awesome. It couldn't be better for a tournament that it's in the city. So I'm really looking forward just to have an event also for our players, but for us players, but especially for all of the people that had also rough times the last 1.5 years, had to stay home, didn't go to concerts or to sports events. I think that could be a fantastic scenery. People going there and cheer us up. So I just can't wait to be there.
And also transmit optimism, really, and really show the people that okay, this is what could be. Yeah. We're really looking forward to this. Thank you, guys. Thank you for being up on stage. Which more or less brings us to the end. If you don't have enough, go watch Alex's Insta stories over and over and over again. But other than that, I believe we have the drawing of lots done. Thank you, August, for the supervision.
Thank you.
Thank you, Hannes. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you. I don't believe I've ever done a goodbye with roses in my hand, but this is a first for me as well. Yeah, this concludes the official drawing of the lots for the A1 CEV EuroBeachVolley 2021 presented by Swatch. There's a lot of opponents we're going to be really interested in. I personally know that from the 11th to the 15th of August, I will really be watching and looking forward to it. I hope you enjoyed this draw, and we're looking forward to a good competition. See you at the beach. Thank you.